Hey guys, I'm taking a break from Hannibal this week because my cousin requested that I recap Romeo and Juliet as she is studying it in school. Hi Tiki! Romeo and Juliet bears the unique privilege of containing some of Shakespeare's best and most epic poetry, combined with one of the most ridiculous plots in existence. I find that the best way to read this play is to view it as an example of how completely irrational young love is, and also how destructive it is to hold on to old, meaningless grudges. Otherwise, you might find you are incapable of making it halfway through the play before wanting to punch yourself in the face. Because, seriously, with the exception of the Prince of Verona, who just wants people to stop killing each other, no one in this play would know a rational thought if it came up and stabbed him in the eye. But on to the recap. Early on, we learn that two wealthy families, the Montagues and the Capulets, have intensely hated each other for so long that no one even remembers why anymore. If I had the time, I could explain to you how this is a great analogy for the pointless futility of the prejudice and bigotry that our society still suffers from today. But I don't, so you're on your own. Romeo Montague, our favorite emo nightingale, sneaks into a Capulet party so that he can compare the beauty of his current infatuation, Rosaline, with all the other girls there. Capulet's daughter, Juliet, is also there to check out a suitor. She and Romeo meet and immediately fall madly and not at all melodramatically in love with each other. Romeo's friends are like, "Yo dude, you were convinced that Rosaline was your one true love like 5 minutes ago. You should probably calm down." Romeo's like, "Rosaline who?" And then goes to creep under Juliet's window, because that's not weird at all. Romeo can't really be blamed though, because he's about 16 years old, and therefore his romantic affections are about as constant as a fart in the wind. If you're thinking that the tragedy of the whole story could have been avoided if Romeo's friends had just dragged him off to a cold shower and Juliet was given a poster of a hot male celebrity to lust after, you're probably right. When Juliet catches Romeo being all stalkery, she finds this super romantic and not at all creepy, which this is. This is creepy. The two decide to get married, because if they can't be together, they will surely die. Yeah, that's not hyperbolic at all. They find Friar Lawrence, who is the only clergy member irresponsible enough to agree to marry two teenagers who met like 12 hours ago on the off chance that their union could convince their families to get their heads out of their own behinds long enough to stop hating each other. Yeah, maybe because they'll be too busy hating you, Friar Good-for-Nothing. Fast forwarding a bit, Juliet's cousin Tybalt and Romeo's friend Mercutio fight for no good reason whatsoever, and Mercutio dies. Which is actually somewhat of a relief, considering as he was incapable of saying anything straight up without poetic flourish. Romeo handles this in a super reasonable manner, by which I mean he kills Tybalt the first chance he gets, and the prince banishes him. Romeo and Juliet act like this is the end of the freaking world, because they need a timeout. Seriously guys, get a grip on yourselves. After a night of sexy times, Romeo goes off to Mantua, where he is supposed to wait until the friar is able to reveal their marriage, reconcile their parents, and earn Romeo a pardon, which would have happened if everyone involved wasn't a complete waste of space. Capulet tells Juliet that she will marry local nobleman Paris or else he will disown her, because he thinks this is the only way to make her stop being sad? This seriously makes no sense. What the heck? Since it is the only alternative to Juliet killing herself, Friar Lawrence gives her some potion that will make her look dead. Okay, is this some sort of predecessor to roofies? And what business does a priest even have with this sort of drug? Friar, what do you get up to? Anyways, the idea is that after Juliet is placed in the Capulet burial vault, Romeo will come in and take her back to Mantua. However, Romeo never gets the friar's letter, and so goes to the burial vault and promptly kills himself. Upon awakening and seeing Romeo's body, Juliet, rather than just move on with her life, kills herself, as all reasonable people do. After learning of the marriage and death of their children, Montague and Capulet agree to stop hating each other and look upon one another as brothers, while the prince stands there like, thank God, finally! Alright guys, I hope this makes the play more fun for you. If you like my recaps and don't want to miss out, please subscribe. I put out new videos every Thursday. except when I'm useless and end up putting them out on Friday instead. Until next time, thanks for watching, and don't stalk the ones you love.